Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's assembly. This week has been Children's Mental Health Week, and I know that your teachers have done a fabulous job of planning some really nice activities for you where you've had an opportunity to focus on something different other than your normal learning and to really think about and talk about any worries that you have or activities that take your mind off things and distract you. So, your story this week is called Ruby's Worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box, and it was still there at night when she cleaned her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realise that she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at tea time. It filled up half of the school bus. And it took up whole rows at the cinema. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realised that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. So, have a think about what you've learned from that story, because we all have worries, adults as well as children. And the best thing you can do is, if you ever have a worry, is to talk about it, because once you've talked about something, it makes you feel so much better, and it's like you lift yourself out of it. And you could talk to your friends, you could talk to your mum, your dad, nan, granddad, or any of the teachers here, or even me. So don't ever keep a worry to yourself. Always remember that you can talk to somebody about it, and it will make you feel so much better. Okay, so a couple of things I want to talk to you about first before we have some celebrations of what's gone really well this week in school. So just a couple of reminders to those of you that are actually coming to school at the moment. I just need to remind you that when you are playing on the playground, you must remember to social distance. And you know what that means, not getting too close to your friends when you're playing. And we've had a few incidents this week of where children have got hurt because some of you are playing too rough. Remember, we do not have rough play on the playgrounds. We play nicely with each other. And lastly, one of our rules that some of us seem to have forgotten, because I know things are different in school, but when we are walking around the school, so when we are coming into school or when we're going to lunch or coming in from play, we walk silently in the corridors in single file. So please remember, if you are in school at the moment, we need to keep to the rules. Okay, what's gone well this week? First, this is a big well done to the whole of year 3. They have done some fabulous art this week, and they have done some art based around something that Shane Record set for them. Now, Shane Record, he has been in our school before, but he's a local artist and he does some amazing paintings of things that he sees around Folkestone. And he set year 3 a challenge of trying to duplicate or copy a painting that he had sent to them. So a very, very big well done to all of you, because I've seen some of them and they are absolutely amazing. You have worked incredibly hard. And you would have seen as well that Shane Record even sent a message to you all that was posted onto your Google Classroom saying how impressed he was. So very, very well done. Okay. Leading on to Samson in year 2 for your artwork, Miss Button said that he is working extremely hard on his home learning at the moment. So a very, very well done to you, Samson. And we've got another shout out for Elijah in year 4. Mr. Yates has said that you did some writing, you did a creative writing task in history, and he said that you used an excellent range of language and vocabulary. So very well done to you. And finally, Florence in year 3 for writing an adventure space story in your free time. Miss Clifton was really impressed with the range of writing skills that you used. So very, very well done. Okay, the last thing I've got to do this morning is hand out some certificates that Miss Reese has given me for those of you that have been identified for showing respect during your PE lessons. If you remember, here we do the spirit of the games, and part of the spirit of the games is about showing respect when we are playing sports with our peers and working as part of a team. So the following people are going to receive a certificate like this. Okay, and the first certificate is going to Hoshi in year R. In year 1, Cody S. In year 2, Jack H. In year 3, Layla. In year 4, Freddie. In year 5, Ruby May. And in year 6, Daniel. So I will come round and hand them out to you if you are in school. If you're not, we'll make sure that we send them in the post to you. So a very, very well done to all of you. So I hope you've had a good week. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.